Hey guys, well, it's been a while, actually about 2 months since I've actually done any brewing. I've seen a bunch of videos, I'm sure, in terms of reviews. We've done the DKN and then we did the Saison experiment. So since that time, really have not done any brewing at all. I coached 4 different sports this last year, and the weekends from basically April on just got out of control in terms of time to be able to brew. So into summertime now, so got a little bit more time and I have a whole list of brews that I want to do that I need to get done. I'm down to, I think, a half a keg left of home brew, and I have 6 taps, so I got a lot of brewing left to do here. So a couple of upgrades here, or some new things. I'm not sure if you've seen this yet or not. This is the Tricoil from Cuss Brewing. I actually have a review video on that. I've taken the footage, I just need to edit, and I'll get that out so that people can take a look at that. Been very impressed with this so far, really cool. But again, I'll get a video out on that here very soon. Just got to do the editing with that. Lighting wise, I'm going to update the lights in here. I'm going to do an LED. These always have a tendency, when I'm pulling stuff up, this is all stacked. When I put everything together, these have a tendency to get in the way, so LEDs all the way up against the ceiling. But beyond that, I think I'm pretty well set with the system I have in here now, so we should be in pretty good shape. So today is a DKN Brew Day. It is not a Kavike experiment, nothing like that. It's just DKN. Thanks, Nate, for that recipe. Awesome. Reminded me going through the experiment how much I like it. And I don't have any pale ales on tap right now. As I said, I only have I think I have Saison on tap, and that's all I have on tap right now. So wanted to get a pale ale on tap, and that's a great one to have. Happen to have the when I bought the all of the supplies for the experiment, I had it thought in mind that I would brew it again soon after, and it's just taken forever to get to that point. So I have all the supplies. I bought double, so they're here and ready to go. And I'm going to use Flagship from Imperial. That was one of the yeast that I got in the yeast experiment. So thank you to Imperial for providing that. That was awesome. Appreciate that, guys, if you're listening and watching. So thank you very much. So thought that would be a good day to get a brew done and use the Flagship. I got that from the DKN, so it's getting a little old in the tooth. I need to get a starter on that and get it going. Normally you don't need to, but because I've waited so long with this, I thought I'd just throw a starter. Just rather be safe than sorry and make sure we're all set to go with that. So we'll get that going as well as we move along. But I'll take you through the brew day, and then and we'll see how things go today. So get a nice double crush on this because I'm going through the screen. One of the nice things about doing the brewing a bag or brewing a basket, whatever you want to call it, is you can really get a good fine crush on your grains. Help the efficiency, be able to get through it pretty well. So, all right, strike water is coming up. Got about another 7 or 8 degrees left to go, and then we will get mashed in. All right, so we're transferring the strike water into the mash tun. I don't know how well you can see that down around the side, but we are transferring our water over down through the pump, back up through the system, and then right back into that, and we're underletting up through. So this is 8.5 gallons of my own tap, and then adjusted for DKN, which is a water out of Georgia. So we'll get a little mash in and we'll see how things are going here. Well, I'm going to get 2 things done today. So if you need lighting upgrade in your brew house, you have to check this out. I have the lighting just showed up that I was telling you I was going to actually do. So this is LED. Let me see if it turn it on here. And they attach with a clip. Comes with it. They're linkable, so they'll go right into the end, and then it'll go into the end of the other one. They're just a simple, let's see if I get it to go for you, simple 3-prong, and you can link up to 6 of these. So I'm going to give this a try and see how this does in terms of getting more lighting in here. It's not bad right now because I have my garage door open on this far end, looking outside, got pretty good light. But if it's cloudy out, wintertime out in here in Rochester, it's pretty dim in here, and I think I can upgrade this and use this lighting elsewhere. So if you're interested, I'll put some information about it here after I get it up and going. So I'm going to be doing brew day and upgrades to brewery all in the same video. All right, just hit boil, and our first hop drop, that is a 1/2 ounce of El Dorado. So my numbers are a little off because I think I'm a little high on my volume. So I had very good extraction from the grains. So I don't know if you can tell on the side there, we're just, you got 10, that's that line, and then below that, where the foam is sitting just below 8 gallons. So that's only lost 1/2 gallon in the mash. So more than I expected to have. I took a pH reading. You can see that. I got 5.5 on that. And then let's see if I can do the, this never worked very well for me, but we'll see if we can do it or not here. Maybe. Hey, we actually got it. Had it. It's a little, right around 10 bricks. That is pre-boil, so a little bit low. And again, I'll give you a quick shot of the information here at the top. Again, this is based on mine. It's a 5-gallon batch, obviously, but I was supposed to have 5.71 in the boil size, so definitely didn't lose that much into the grain. So have to do some figuring on that, but it's all right. If I end up in the high 1040s at 1050, it's supposed to be 1055 as the original gravity. I'm okay if I'm high 1040s. This is a nice summer beer for me, so doesn't need to be super high, but I'll give you some information on that. So overall, pretty good. Down here, was it pH 5.2? I'm a touch high, 5.5. I'm okay with that. As long as I'm in between 5.3 and 5.6 or so, I'm okay. Got my first 2 lights installed over here, so working on that at the same time. So I'll get them linked up, and then I've got that undone. So figure I get a little bit of time here in the brew day. Might as well get a couple things done at the same time. So I will give you hopefully next hop drop here. We are, when's our next hop drop? 30 minutes, I believe. Nope, that's whirlpool. We are nothing until 5 minutes. So that's a ounce of Galaxy. All right, so we will catch in a few. All right, so we are at the 5-minute mark. I've got my chiller in there to sanitize. We're running the whirlpool through the system, so we're sanitizing that as well. Here is 1 ounce of Galaxy for the 5-minute hop drop. That is in. And then we chill to 170 for whirlpool. So I will catch you. Probably won't show the whirlpool because it takes a while going through that. Maybe for a minute, we'll see. But everybody's seen whirlpools before, so we'll see if I remember to film it or not. So, all right, catch you in a few. All right, so I'm at whirlpool. What I'm using is actually the same screen that I use with my grain for my mash tun. And I got the whirlpool arm around it. And that is 1 ounce of El Dorado, 1 ounce of Galaxy. I don't know if there's any truth to it or not, because I've never done a side-by-side type of thing. But what I find out, or what I think is happening, is I'm getting better hop utilization with a bigger area. So I let that drain out. That was from my boil kettle hops. And then my whirlpool hops, I go into that, and then I can pull that whole thing out. But I find that this thing gets super full of sludge, and I don't think the hop sludge, I don't think the wort gets through it as well. Again, may just be my own mind coming up with crap, but I know I can see more of the wort going around it. Let's see if I can get you a better shot like that with the hops in there. I just think there's a better utilization, better contact of hops to wort in a whirlpool with that. So we'll do our whirlpool there. We're sitting at 165, so just a touch lower than 170, which I'm okay with that. Anywhere in that range I'm good with. All right, we'll chill it down and get ready for pitching. All right, so I pulled some wort off and put it into a glass gallon jug. And this is the yeast I'm using from Imperial. Normally I would not use a starter with Imperial yeast, but this is from April, as I think you can get close there. And because it was sent from the hub when we did our yeast experiment, that came from Georgia. Now they send it in a really nice styrofoam container with ice, as Imperial sends it to the hub. But when the hub sends it back out, it's hard to keep it as cold. So just because of shipment back and forth in the age, that's why I'm doing a starter with this. I do use the experimental brewing idea. It's the shaken not stirred method. So put it in a 1 gallon jug, about half full of wort, and then pour your yeast into it, and then it's basically a mini beer that you're making. And then after the yeast is finished up, you can decant or just toss the whole thing into it, depending on what your mindset is on that. Some people don't care about the decanting, some people do. So totally up to each person's individual
mindset on what they want to do with that. So I am going to pitch that, and then I am down to 80 some odd degrees, about as cool as I could get right now with my chiller because of the water that I'm using. And then let that chill overnight, and then pitch this probably in the next day or two once it's finished up. It won't take too long with Imperial. It'll crush through this pretty quick. So, all right, I think we will either get a tasting video with this or we'll get it posted. Not sure whether I'm going to do just brew day or grade in a glass. So if I don't catch into you with a tasting video, we'll catch back up at some point down the line. But hope everybody's doing well, and I hope everybody has a great week. Sláinte, you guys. Actually, this is my first time brewing with my new hydrometer, so I wanted to check that out and show you. Way easier to read. So this is actually sitting at 83.5. So looking at the calculators online, that's a +3. So that's showing me 1045. So that should be a +3 points because of the temperature. And that is 1048. So like I said before, 1055 was the target, but I had 6 gallons that went into the fermenter, so that's more than I was supposed to have, so that would be the reason for it. I don't know if there's a boil off issue or not, but way easier. I don't need to take a picture or anything to figure out how to do this, so a lot more left over. This is actually what I'm doing, is basically taking my hoses, and as I empty them into that, and then I had been pouring them into that, so I'm not wasting. We're at the end, it's where I can't get out of the hoses anyways. It's what's left over after I've gotten everything I can out. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. So far so good. I'd be happy. This will be a 4.5-ish type of beer, which is about what I was hoping for anyway. So I'll take it. All right, catch you guys in a while. Thought I'd do a quick update to the brew house lighting. So I had that style, like a shop fluorescent lamp. I had 3 of those, so one here, and one here. So this is a new system. They're LEDs. They are, I think, 36 inches in length, I believe. This was a 6-pack, about $45 on Amazon. I'll show you the company here in just a second. They're linkable, up to 6 per that link. This is plug-in style. There is hardwire style for them, but they just link with a cord like that just plug into either end. So you could go end to end to end with 6 of those and then plug in to the end. You can hardwire them if you want to, but this is just an easier system for me. So overall, very happy with them. These are the high end. I think it's 65,000 K, so it's the daylight. So this is the company. They do have bigger packs. I think they go up to 10 or 12, and then some basic instructions on how they link them together and what they can do. They come with a very simple clip. Let's see if we can get you close. I don't know if that's going to show up. The clip that's right there, that screws in, and then that slot. So any section of that can be clipped anywhere in there that you want to, from end to end. Wherever that ridge is, that'll just clip in there, and they're easily just pop in, pop out. So but that gives you a little bit of information. There's the clip that I'm talking about, and then they just clip in like that. And then hardwiring, or if you're doing the end linking of them. So very simple type of system as they go through. And then it's got a this is one of the extras. I didn't use all of them, obviously, so just a simple 3-prong that clips in, and then toggle switch for on off if you don't have a switched outlet. Mine are switched outlets, so I just leave them on all the time, and then I'm running it through that with the AC. So if you're interested in lighting, for me, I did have my lighting was actually hanging, so it probably came down to about that level there. So this created a little bit more height for me since I'm using this stacked system. It makes it a little bit easier having a little more height over the top. So just wanted to give you a quick update on what the actual lighting looks like. Much nicer in here. Takes away a lot of the shadows that I had. So hopefully it's a little bit better. I don't know about video being any better in here because I got an ugly face to deal with in the first place. So I don't think lighting's going to change that at all. So, but much easier to work in here. So, all right, just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know how that finished up. So have a great day.